Not a lot of people will, but oh, Jesus, it's hot.
Yeah.
But,
my eyes have been watering. Like
yeah,
the entire time
it's
I'm
getting
like,
a little
oh
hot
my
in
God.
here, but
Hello, welcome to the Credit Agents Under Pressure. Happy Cinco de Mayo. My name is Adam Garcia, and I am joined here with Michael S. Johnson.
hello. Yes, thanks so much. I see we got some salsas lined up, so I'm a little hesitant from last time with the hot sauces, but I'm excited to take a crack at it again.
You and me both, my dude. We are going to be trying 5 salsas. They're going to be each increasingly getting hotter and hotter and hotter. So this will be a little fun challenge. Also, we have a little separate challenge while we're doing this.
Oh,
So you and we got to stay like stone faced.
Okay.
No reaction to the heat, no matter what. First person to do it has to eat the spiciest beef jerky on the planet.
okay. We'll see. I I like to think I can handle my spice well, but I don't know. We'll see if I can go stone faced with it. I've never tried that before, so
Well, let's get into this.
yeah.
All right, so we're going to get into this first salsa. This first salsa is mango hot salsa. So we got a little bit of
Alright.
sweet and spice into it.
Yeah, we'll see how it is. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, very sweet.
Really sweet. Love mango.
Yeah, very good.
All right. So for our first question, what exactly is a credit report?
So a credit report is essentially the detailed breakdown of your credit score. Now, a lot of people, when they think of their credit score, they just think of kind of that 3-digit number, but a lot more goes into it than just strictly the number itself. You know, generally you're going to be kind of looking at your number on a day-to-day basis, but a lot of people don't check their own credit report, which is once again that detailed breakdown. That's where everything is that contributes to that number. So it's very, very important for you to check it. And honestly, I really kind of encourage anybody to really check it whenever they can. And you're allowed to check it by law at least once a year from each of the 3 major credit bureaus.
Nice. All right. Thanks for the advice and pretty much detailing out what a credit report is.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into number 2. Okay, so we got here, the next salsa is called the Sweet Spot salsa. Also, because I forgot to mention, all of our salsas we got here today was from the Pepper Palace. So if you are in the Houston area looking for some good hot salsa or salsas, check out the Pepper Palace.
All right, let's try this out.
All right.
Yeah, it's like smoky. It's good.
It is really good.
A little bit sweet in there, yeah. I can see why it's the sweet spot. So
Yeah. So, what is the most important part of the credit report?
So when it comes to the credit report, you know, it's definitely going to have a couple of separate categories. Now, of course, the personal information is, you know, pretty self-explanatory. That's, you know, your addresses, your names, all of that. But really, when it comes to the credit section itself, that is then divided into, you know, even more specific categories. And from there, the payment history is going to be the most important part. Now, what exactly is payment history? Well, essentially what it's going to be is the detailed breakdown of whether you have made your payments on time and in full. So that's why, you know, generally whenever you're looking up kind of like credit tips or credit repair tips, they say the number one thing you can do is making your payments on time. Even one missed payment can drastically affect your score. So even the FICO scoring model, the most popular kind of scoring model used by over 80% of all lenders, actually weights this single category at 35% of the total score. So, and then Vantage, the other scoring model you have, weighs it at 40%. So it's a very, very important part of your score. You never want to miss a payment.
All right.
Yeah,
Last thing you want is the credit bureaus coming at you. Hey, man, where's my money?
exactly.
All right. Let's get on to the next one. Okay, now we're on to the third one. This is the Boomin' Onion Salsa.
All right.
Let's check this one out.
Yeah, so far so good.
Cheers.
Yeah, very oniony.
Mm-hmm. Probably be good on like a burger.
Yeah, it could be really good on a burger. Yeah.
Yeah, not much spice, but just savory.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so now we talked about, like what is a credit report, what's the most important part. I wanted to ask, how would you go about disputing something that's on your credit report?
So definitely when it comes to disputing, there is a couple of different ways. I know Experian, you can go on their website and they kind of have this digital section where you can, dispute from there. And then you're having to avoid, all the snail mail and stuff like that. But honestly, the more traditional kind of route anyways is going to be through snail mail, which you're going to write the letter, physically. Generally, you're going to want to do it physically because if you type it out, you risk kind of getting automatically filtered through eOscar and everything. But you generally write it out and then just kind of mail it off and wait to hear a response. So that can generally be anywhere from, 45 days to maybe a little bit longer, maybe a little bit less, give or take. But it will take time. And a lot of people assume credit repair is a very quick process. But honestly, it does take a lot of time. And, you're not going to see things get removed in that first round. So you're going to be doing it for maybe a couple months.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, it's the thing about snail mail. Like it's a whole big process. So it makes sense that it's going to take a little bit of time.
Yeah, exactly. So.
All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, we're on here to the fourth one. This is the Reaper Salsa. So a little intimidating.
Yeah, the names are getting scarier. We'll see if the spice lives up to the name.
Cheers.
Okay.
That's really, that's got
a kick.
I mean, for me, that's a great salsa. Got a bit of sweet up front, and then really comes in with that spice.
Yeah, I agree. No, very good.
So, my next question I have to ask is, now that we've talked about disputing, what would you say to do, I guess, if so you look at your credit report, and you got multiple names, multiple addresses that are, I guess, different. Like, how would you go about taking care of all that?
So definitely disputing kind of any previous names, things like that. Very, very important. You just want to have your one single name and just one up-to-date address. I mean, having more than that, any collections kind of attached to those, they can really pose some pretty serious issues. But makes it a lot easier to dispute later on too.
Right. Yeah, I know. Like, last thing you need is Moon Knight situation where you got Mark, you got Steven.
Yeah.
And they got all of these different identities and what's going on?
Yeah, exactly. And especially for those married couples too, having old maiden names, you definitely want to get those removed. So.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the last salsa.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. We're at the final one. Death by salsa.
End of the road. I'm getting a little bit nervous. Last one was pretty spicy, so we'll see.
Let's see
what this one's like.
All right, cheers.
Cheers. Wow.
Stings, doesn't it?
It does.
Wow. All right. So I got one more question for you, Michael.
Hit me with it.
All right. So ultimately, what is the difference between FICO and Vantage?
So the main difference is really going to kind of come down to the categories on your credit report being weighted differently. Now, FICO puts more of an emphasis kind of on the overall credit mix, where Vantage puts, once again, a very high percentage into that kind of payment history category, 40%. So just kind of very subtle differences, but they can definitely build up and be very different. So yeah, just very different scores. You definitely want to make sure you try to check both of them if you can, which it's not a lot of people will, but Jesus, that's hot.
Yeah. But, my eyes have been watering.
It's getting a little hot in here, but yeah, I mean, your scores will be drastically different. So I definitely recommend trying to check both.
Especially since different people will use different scoring models and whatnot, you got to make sure they're all up to date, all good to go.
Yeah, definitely. So,
all right. Well, thank you. And I know we said we were going to do whoever breaks first, but I said we're just going to both do it at the same time.
Let's do it. All right. Strike while the iron's hot, right?
Exactly. So, here we go. Hottest beef jerky on the planet.
All right, let's see if this lives up to its name.
Oh, man.
Yeah, this is...
Wait. Okay. All right. Oh, all right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Feel a little bit.
It's almost helping the spice.
I don't know. A little sweet, but
No.
there's a good amount of heat coming in right now. Anyway,
Woo. That was a lot.
thank you for joining us on the Credit Agents Under Pressure. Please, if you like our videos, give us a like. Make sure to comment any questions and concerns you have. Check out our videos in the doodly-doo up here. We have a Facebook group, email list. We also have a podcast. And make sure to have a fantabulous day. Thank you so much, Michael, for joining us.
Thank you so much for inviting me. This was a lot of fun.
It was spicy.
It was definitely spicy.
All right. Later.
All right.